Hello, hello, hello. Lisa Zimmer here today. Joining you a little early. Hey, Angie, yay. This is my live for Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips. I did a video today in Yay Oils Public Education. Hey, Jenny. And about labeling and ingestion, and I want to revisit it here. I'm not going to go through the whole video, but I want to summarize and then I want to talk about why I did that video. And then I also want to do a refresher on a question that Jenny asked me today about goodie bags. So we're going to call this labeling, ingestion, and goodie bags video. All right, the video I did in Yay Oils publication was very short and sweet. A lot of technical problems, so unfortunately, hopefully it comes across okay. But things have come up lately. So, for example, Tulsi Holy Basil, tea tree oil, vanilla. Those are three oils where the ways that we've been using them or telling people how to use them do not match the labeling, right? So, for those of you that are newer to doTERRA, tea tree was formerly labeled Maluka. It was formerly labeled for ingestion. They relabeled it as tea tree, which is more well known worldwide. More people know the name tea tree versus Maluka. It's the same thing. When it was relabeled as tea tree, the ingestion directions were removed from the labeling. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that goes into labeling, a lot of red tape and politics and money. Okay, it is the same oil. That oil did not change. It is not a different species. My family still ingests it when we're sick. We don't ingest it every day. We only ingest it if we're starting to feel run down. Okay. Well, that's very confusing to your customers. As a representative of doTERRA, the best way to educate publicly on these oils is to tell people to follow the directions on the label. Okay? It doesn't mean I won't mention on occasion that I drink vanilla in my coffee and that my family uses tea tree internally, but I'm going to do my best to stick to educating on the labels because that is what's approved. Educating on what's on the PIP, educating on what's on doTERRA.com. I'm going to continually reinforce to my customers that they absolutely and positively have to get a book or an app. I use Essential Life right now to learn what all of the oils really do. In that video, I explained the difference between if you sell a product, and some of you may not know this if you're newer, if you sell a non-pharmaceutical product, you cannot make any claims that it prevents, treats, or cure disease without approval from government agencies, right? We have that approval to say pain for deep blue pills and the deep blue stick, right? But we can't say pain for the deep blue oil. That's all government regulated. That's doTERRA's job to deal with that, not ours, all right? My goal is to get a book in my customers' hands that tells them what the oils really do, okay? So take a moment to watch that video, and vanilla is being relabeled according to doTERRA, but it hasn't been yet. So as of October 2021, we have all kinds of materials out there that say to ingest vanilla, but the label says not to. Okay? So this is where this is coming from. People are getting confused. Wellness advocates are getting confused. Customers are getting confused. doTERRA has posted in our Diamond group repeatedly a very clear answer to vanilla and a clear answer to Tulsi Holy Basil. Vanilla is being relabeled, and vanilla will be labeled for ingestion when it's relabeled. Tulsi Holy Basil is not for ingestion, and it will continue to be labeled not for ingestion. Okay, so I'm going back and correcting my education from the last month since convention. We were given ingestible information at convention last year. One of the examples was to add a drop to your tea, and now they are sticking with labeling for not for ingestion. Why? We don't know. There's so many politics and red tape that go into this. I don't need to know. I just need to know that my education is going to follow the label. So I'm going to be educating on using Tulsi Holy Basil topically and aromatically. I pulled my new Essential Life book. Actually, I pulled the app, not the book, and the new Essential Life updated app does not have the use of Tulsi Holy Basil internally. Right? So I'm going to follow that as well for my own personal family use. Vanilla is labeled for ingestion in the Essential Life app, so I'm going to continue to ingest it. But for my customers' education, I'm only going to educate on using these essential oils based on the label and on the PIP. That is the best thing to do for running my business and staying within guidelines. All right. So feel free to post any comments in the comment section. All right, let's talk about Goodie Bag. The reason I wanted to clarify that for all of you as well is other advocates, diamonds, blues, presidentials are messaging me, seeing that I posted that about those oils last night and asking me if I got in trouble or if something's wrong or if someone got hurt. Nothing happened. I just got tired of telling people to ingest, that I was ingesting vanilla in my coffee and then getting a bazillion messages. Why am I telling people that when the label says not for ingestion? I don't have time to answer that question every time I do a video. And so if I don't talk about using the oils any way other than the label says, then I don't have to worry about answering that question 15 million times every week. All right. So nothing happened. All right. It's just making my life easier and just a smarter way to run my business, to stick to educating based on doTERRA labeling. All right, let's talk goodie bags. Jenny had a great question. So let me go back and read her question. Her question was, okay, in your goodie bags, and please know I have a new goodie bag insert loaded to the files tab. I redesigned them intentionally and beautifully, strategically, that there's 3 to a page so you can cut them. You can print them double-sided, so on one side it has the blend names that they can use as a bookmark for their books. For example, it'll say adaptive and calming blend, because a lot of people have books where the actual doTERRA name adaptive isn't in it. It'll just say calming blend and they don't know what that is. For example, Symphony of Cells only lists the blend name, so that way they don't have to pay 10% licensing fees to doTERRA. Like when you buy my tools, all of my tools have the actual doTERRA name on them. That every time you buy a tool from me, I have to pay doTERRA 10% of my sales. All right, so that's why you see different books, apps, companies use the blend names, and some don't use the blend names. A lot of them aren't using the name doTERRA and aren't using the blend name, so they don't have to pay licensing fees to doTERRA. So on a positive note, when you use my tools, you know that they're all going to be labeled with the actual name, so it's not so confusing to your customers, your make and takes, your trifolds, because I pay 10% licensing to doTERRA to do that, all right? And all my tools are approved through doTERRA Corporate. Okay. So those goodie bag inserts, I set them up so that it prints 3 to a page, double-sided. You can cut them and slip them in your doTERRA goodie bag. For more information on goodie bags, go to the pinned post at the top of this group or guide tab and click on goodie bags. All right. But Jenny's question is, how many LLV sachets do you put in your goodie bag? That's our first question. So it depends. If my customers ordered a kit and they got LLV in their kit, I do not put any sachets in their goodie bag. The purpose of my goodie bag is to put things in there that they did not get in their enrollment kit because I want them to have products to use right away until their kit comes. And I also want them, I want all the products in that goodie bag to be things that did not come in their kit so they have ideas on what they can order next, okay? So if they got the Healthy Habits kit or ordered LLV, I don't put any in. If they did not, I'll put 5 sachets in, and then I also include in their welcome goodie bag package my LLV brochure trifold from lisazimmer.net/shop. You should all have that by now. All right. It has directions on how to get started with LLV that are completely different from the box directions. You should never start a customer on LLV with the directions according to the box, all right? You need to have them start slow, so send them my LLV trifold along with your LLV samples always. It also has the information on it why they should take LLV, the vitamin deficiency, what makes LLV different, testimonials, those directions, and all kinds of information that will help them want to take and continue the LLV. It's also a great brochure. The LLV brochure is great to send to your existing customers to remind them why they're taking Lifelong Vitality Pack. All right, so 5 sachets. All right, her next question was in regards to the goodie bag. The roller bottles that are listed on that goodie bag insert, it's called My Favorite Things. We don't call it goodie bag. Do you put one of every roller in there? No, I assess for each customer what goes in the goodie bag based on what they ordered. So if someone ordered Balance and Serenity, I do not put the calming roller, which is Balance and Serenity, in their goodie bag because they already have Balance and Serenity coming. I will leave that out. If they ordered Balance and Serenity, Zendocrine, and DDR, which I think are the 3 oil rollers that I have labeled on there because those are ones that everyone should use. If they ordered all of those, say they have a protocol where I thought that was best for them to get started with, I won't send any of those rollers because they're already getting those products. I want the goodie bag to only be products that are not products coming in their enrollment kit. Okay, I will pick different things based on their needs. If they have a family member with aches and discomforts and they started with the Healthy Habits kit, which has deep blue, frankincense, lavender, those are all good for aches and discomforts. I will make sure that it's the deep blue rub. I'll make sure that I put an aches and discomforts roller in their goodie bag from my aches and discomforts make and take. And then I will make sure that it's a roller from that make and take for aches and discomforts that include oils that are not in their enrollment order. Then when I send that goodie bag, I'm going to include the aches and discomforts make and take. I'm going to include if they have a family member with digestive issues, hormone, and aches and discomforts. I'm going to make sure there's at least one roller in the goodie bag that addresses one of those issues, usually for the decision maker, the person that placed the order. And then I'm going to put those 3 make and takes, I'm going to print them, fold them, and put them in their welcome goodie bag. Michelle says, what about the roller that has Whisper and Elevation in it? We don't have those oils anymore. We do have Whisper in the Touch and Elevation. I'm not sure exactly what your question's referring to. I do not have on the goodie bag a recipe with Whisper and Elevation, so I don't know what you're talking about exactly. So for the goodie bag topic, your goodie bag rollers and your goodie bag items are only products that they did not order in their enrollment order. So you can edit that favorite things document. I loaded it with the Canva link so you can edit it. I believe I did. I'll go back and make sure so you can edit it. doTERRA is going to change stuff all of the time. I'm giving you all of this stuff for free. The goodie bag insert, the blend name, this goodie bag training, everything about this goodie bag process is free. I am not going to update those documents every time doTERRA changes something. That's up to you. That's completely up to you, right? So now y'all have me questioning if the Yay Oils Happy Roller is on my blend thing that I just did. So hold on. Where is that? Master files. Blend name. Favorite things. All right. Calm roller, DDR roller. Zendekin roller. All right, so that's not even on my list. I'm not sure why people are asking that. But the Yay Oils Happy Roller is not even on the blend or the favorite things goodie bag insert. So if you use anything, you can. So Michelle says in your old goodie. Oh yeah, so you're talking about the old one. So the current one, Michelle, go grab the current one, right? If you have the Yay Oils Happy Roller that you've done in a goodie bag, change that because Whisper and Elevation are no longer available, right? So make sure you go to the Files tab today and go to the Files tab, grab the new goodie bag insert, which is favorite things and blend names, and print that out and use that. Yep. So Michelle just said, sorry, hopped on late, didn't realize we were talking about the changes. Yep, perfect. Jenny says, I'm getting ready for a vendor event and want my goodie bags prepared ahead of time. How do you suggest I pick the contents? Oh, that is an excellent question, Jenny. Okay, so we want to pick, in those cases, roller that for the masses that is very cost effective for you. And I, Jenny, would do, if you're going to do one roller, I would choose between Zendekin, which is just 5 to 10 drops Zendekin in a 5 milliliter roller. You could probably get away with 5 drops of Zendekin in a 5 milliliter roller topped with fractionated coconut oil. And that is excellent for everyone. All right, it's not going to have any wow factor because it's not going to be one as far as like, oh my gosh, this smells amazing. I want to wear it for perfume every day. So you could decide that is a very cost-effective roller. That roller is with everything included is not even going to cost you $1. And so you could do a second roller, and I would do something along the lines of I would pull a roller from the Enrollment Essentials Make and Take. I would pull a roller from the Emotional Edge Make and Take. I would pull a roller from that is going to be universal. Your audience is going to be mostly women. And so you want to do a roller that is going to appeal to the masses, usually women, something they can wear for a perfume and mood, which is why we used to use the Yay Oils Happy Roller. The reason I want you to pick a recipe from one of the make and takes is because then you can pull that make and take out of your Zimmer binder that you have printed and ready to go, and it reinforces and gives them ideas on more products to order later. Right? Everybody keeps doing this wrong and just making random rollers, right? You don't want to make just a random roller. You want to have a system and process. Why am I including this roller, right? So we used to include the Yay Oils Happy Roller, which was Balance, Citrus Bliss, Elevation, and Whisper. That set them up for 100 plus PV LRP if they ordered those oils on their next order. And then that roller was also on a couple make and takes. So then we were able to print the make and take that had that in it, and it planted seeds for other topics, other rollers, other products to order next. Have a plan. What's next? Don't ever do anything without knowing why you're doing it, What is it setting you up for next? Okay? Just because you have a bunch of blah 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 oil because you ordered too many BOGOs doesn't mean you should use that unless you have a supporting material to go with it, a make and take that tells them to use that oil, how to use that oil, what other oils to use with it, and what other recipes they can use and products to go with it. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so let me grab my binder. I don't know if I have the Enrollment Essentials Make and Take printed here, but let me grab my binder. I may not. Some great ones to include is to always have extra printed and ready to go in your binder in sleeves, even at a vendor event. Always have extra printouts for the top most common problems: aches and discomforts, hormones, any of the emotion ones, emotional edge, balance your emotions, or adaptive. Don't have all my handouts here. The essentials make and take, healthy habits make and take. Go through the list on my website of make and takes and pick the topics that you get asked about the most. All right? Hormones, balance your emotions, weight, master your metabolism. I know that Zendocrine roller, I believe, is on the weight management. Yep. So weight management is a great one to have out and ready to go. And you can fold that and include that. It's the detox one, 5-drop Zendocrine and a 5 milliliter roller. And then boom, slide in the weight one with it. Go through your Zimmer make and takes. See what make and takes you have, what recipes you have that you can include with that goodie bag. So hopefully that makes sense, right? Because you want to send it home with them when they enroll, okay? So best to use oils in the kit you want them to start with. No, it is not best to. You don't want them. You're missing the point there, Andrea. The goodie bag should include things that are not in their kit, all right? Jenny is getting her goodie bags ready for a vendor event. So Jenny, what I would do is have your goodie bags ready without LLV. And I like to enroll people with the Healthy Habits Kit the most. And so that already has LLV in it. So I would have a bag of the LLV sachets ready to go. If they started with the kit that did not include LLV, then I would grab 5 sachets and shove it in their goodie bag and send them home with it. And make sure that you send the LLV trifold home with everyone that enrolls. All right. This is why I really want you all to get in WWZD, because then you get to ask these questions personally and we get to go back and forth in person and go through it until you fully understand it, okay? You absolutely and positively want your goodie bags filled with items that they did not enroll with, all right? Because you're setting up the pathway for what is next, which is ordering on LRP. Wish I could get you on, Andrea, because you're typing question marks and I'm not following. All right, so make sure that you're thinking through the process. What is the point of the goodie bag? All right, the point of the goodie bag is they go home with products that they can use right away. They go home with supplemental materials like LLV trifold and make and take printouts that you pull out of your Zimmer binder that you have built and ready to go, that support how to use what you're sending them home with, or that support a topic that they need help with, all right, that supports what their enrollment kit is going to have. All right, so for example, say they enroll with the Healthy Habits Kit, and you send them home with a goodie bag of whatever from the checklist and a roller for Zendocrine, okay? So if they bought the Healthy Habits kit, I want you to make sure you have the Healthy Habits make and take from my website, and you pull that out and you send that home with them. Okay? That way they have that right away. You don't have to send it again in your package, and it's planting seeds and they're looking things up and it's triggering them to do some homework. It's triggering them to read. All right. So have as many materials printed out and ready to go in your Zimmer binder. Okay. You can do a 2-inch or 3-inch binder. When I do a vendor event, I have this binder. I have my sleeves filled with my make and takes. I have every single make and take, and anywhere from 5 to 10. I print my make and takes on thin, cheap computer paper. I don't print my make and takes on good paper. They are a thin, cheap paper so that I can put more in my plastic sleeve. And that way, if I'm talking to someone about weight, or I prefer the Master Your Metabolism make and take. If you have to pick between weight or Master Your Metabolism, pick Master Your Metabolism. I pull that out. I give every new customer, whether it's a vendor event or not a vendor event, a printout of Master Your Metabolism, Healthy Habits, and Adaptive. Every single one of my new enrollments gets those 3 in their goodie bag, and an LLV trifold. If there's a potential for them to do the business, they get the sharing and building trifold. My people can get anywhere from 6 to 10 pieces of paper in that welcome package, depending on how my conversation went with them when I enrolled them. If that's going to overwhelm them based on my conversation, if they were easily overwhelmed, I'm not going to send that much. You're customizing these to the people with what information you have. All right. Carlos says, is anyone else's video coming and going? I don't know. All right. I hope that helps. Jenny, keep asking your questions. So you're the one getting ready for this vendor event, so I want to make sure you're totally prepared. All right, so vendor events. This is a hot topic because vendor events are picking back up. You want to make sure from my website you have the vendor event package, the vendor event trade show package. You should always have the Intro to doTERRA trifold. You should always have the $55 intro kit handout. The handout only costs you $10. It's you being prepared for, you should be able to enroll a lot of people at a vendor event if you're following my vendor event videos and my process and using my tools, right? We went from enrolling maybe 1 at our large annual vendor event to the first time I changed to my vendor event system. I use my vendor event package, my trifold, the information slips, and my $55 intro kit handout. We enrolled, it was either 16 or 18 people on the spot. Most with full kits, and then those that wouldn't, we enrolled with the lemon, lavender, peppermint $20 kit with the $35 enrollment, so it's $55. All right. Sounds like some of you might be having trouble with my internet today, so we'll wrap up. But Jenny, that is called, I will screen shoot that for you. I'm going to go to lisazimmer.net. She's looking for the $55 handout, and it is under Shop Business Tools, Trifold, FAQ, and other tools. I'm going to show you a picture of what it looks like, and keep scrolling. If you're on your phone, you have to click Load More. It is there we go. $55 intro kit enrollment handout, and it looks like this on the website. 3 essentials, $55 intro kit enrollment handout. It is between the Healthy Metabolism trifold and the doTERRA for Dental Professionals trifold. The handout's only $10. But that is your back pocket. Keep it in your back pocket. So at our vendor event, we had it in a frame under the table. And when people would not be okay with spending $150 or $160 or more, and they'd say, that's not within my budget, I didn't expect to plan that much, we'd say, awesome, no problem. We have the mini intro kit, which would be perfect for you, with our top 3 oils, and it's only $55, and you get all this for free. You show them the goodie bag. Shall we go ahead and get started with that? And everyone said yes. and we'd enroll them with that. All right. And then I had printouts of that handout extras because it gives them tons of ways to use lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And so they're leaving with their goodie bag, they're leaving with that handout about the intro kit, and they're leaving with any make and takes and trifolds based on the topics that we discussed that were their problems and challenges. And those went in a bag for them ready to go home. All right. Letitia's going to be doing 3 vendor events. Yes. So you want vendor event package, intro to doTERRA, get your LLV trifolds, get as many make and takes as your budget allow. And remember, most of our make and takes right now are on sale for $12 or $14 instead of $25. So build your make and take binder. Build it and get those printed out on cheap thin paper. Then my trifolds I print on the 30 or 32 pound paper. You can just type printer in the search bar and that information comes up. I do give an A to Z guide, Jenny. Yep. They always get an A to Z guide or any kind of cheap, non-compliant book that can go in there. I've got different ones from different companies. I just buy whatever's on sale all the time, right? And you should never pay more than $1 for that book. They need a book that tells them how to use the oils with health conditions in it. Yep. So A to Z guide. I'll do a updated goodie bag post for some folks. Looks like a lot of people are having trouble with what's in a goodie bag. So we'll do an updated goodie bag post this week as well. But make sure you go to the Files tab, print the blend name favorite things, and you want those in your goodie bag as well. All right, I'm going to wrap up. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great week, and we'll look forward to seeing you here next week. I go live in Yay Oils Public Education every Thursday at noon Central Standard Time. I go live here in Lisa Zimmer Biz Tips every Thursday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Please join WWZD20. It is on sale right now for early bird. I believe we start on the 26th, which is next week, and you literally get on Zoom with me and your peers and ask all of your business questions, and I personally answer them until we get to a resolution, and I make sure that you completely understand. All right. You need to get in WWZD20. Okay, so please do that today. The early bird price goes up November 1st. So all of our sale make and takes, everything is good through the end of this month. All right, I made sure that you are going to have another pay period to get you through to get the WWZD and to get all of our sale make and takes and trifolds. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great one. Happy willing. Bye.